Alright, let's learn how to play Gwent. Gonna go over some basics here. I'm gonna talk to BB and get started.
Up for a few rounds of Gwent, BB?
Oh, with great pleasure, sir. Ready?
May the best man win.
Do you wish to play against any particular faction, sir?
Okay, so as you can see, there are 5 base factions to choose from, including 5 fan-made ones. We'll go over that later. So we're going to go have him play as the Northern Realms.
Play as the Northern Realms, will you?
As you wish.
It's kind of the strongest deck in the whole game.
Deck or a weaker one?
So we're going to have him use the strongest one.
Feeling lucky today. Use your strongest.
At your service, sir. Well then, let us play.
Alright, so this is the Skellige faction, Monsters faction, Nilfgaardian Empire, Northern Realms, and Scoia'tael faction. So I'm just going to kind of match him with the Northern Realms. Pretty much it's the strongest deck in the whole game. So this is my deck, not too crazy. I'm going to kind of go over some base. So let's start out with kind of the rules here. So, the rules of the game is, players draw 10 cards at the beginning of the round. There's a coin flip that determines who goes first. You draw 10 cards, and you can redraw up to 2 cards. So before I start, we're going to kind of go over some of these cards here. This is a Commander's Horn that will double the strength of any units in one row. This is a Spy card. It is placed on the opposing sides in the row. The orange icon there indicates the row it will go in. This would be Siege Combat. This is a ranged combat card. It is also a muster card with the little 2 knight heads there. So it'll summon all copies of the deck onto that row. It's another spy card, but it's close combat. So to go on the close combat row. This is a type bond card, so any card with the same icon of the same name. Strength would be doubled for each card played. Same here. This is a controlled Scorch card, so any units so on the opponent's close combat row, the highest unit cards on the other row, as long as it's greater than 10, would be removed from the battlefield, excluding hero cards, which would be these cards here. So these are hero cards. They're the ones that have the black background with the little like sun. So they are not affected by hero, weather cards. I'm sorry, they're not affected by weather or special cards. They cannot be removed from the battlefield once played until the end of the round. So speaking of round, and I don't really need to redraw anything. That's a pretty good hand. Alright, so who's going first? He's going first. He is playing Dandelion. He functions as a Commander's Horn essentially. He doubles any units played that are not hero cards. Their strength will be doubled on that row. We also have over here leader cards that can be activated once per match. This will double the strength of any siege units on my side. He's got the same thing there. Alright, so he went first. I'm going to go next. So I'm going to play this card here. Spy cards, I should go into that. You place them on the opponent's side of the field, and then you get to draw 2 cards. Alright, he's using his leader card early, a little interesting. So now I'm gonna play my spy card. So strength of his card is now doubled. Alright, so now we'll, in a little bit, be able to show you what this card does here. Alright. Alright, so that one is summoning the other copies of the card from the deck. Alright, he has passed. As you can see, the combined total of my side is greater than his side. So I am also going to pass because it would just be a waste of cards to play any further. And now I lost a gem, or he lost a gem. So the first person that loses 2 gems loses the match. Oh, that's helpful. Alright, so because I play as the Northern Realms, I won the match. I get to draw a card. There are rules for each faction. Monsters, a random card will stay on the board at the end of each round. It's random. Nilfgaard will win any round that ends in a tie. Scorch it lets you determine whether or not you want to go first or the opponent goes first, so no coin toss. Let's see. Skellige. At the beginning of the 3rd round, 2 random cards from the discard pile or the graveyard will be placed on the battlefield. Non-hero, non-special cards. So they have to be base unit cards like this. Alright, so now it's my turn. Now what I'm going to do is use this medic card. This medic card is in the siege row. It also has this heart with a plus symbol. So I play it and it'll let me pick a card from my graveyard to play instantly. No special cards, no hero cards can be chosen with this ability. So I'm going to choose this guy because he'll immediately go onto the battlefield on the other side and I get 2 cards from it. Ooh, now I get to showcase the Tight Bond card as well. And I'm going to go ahead and use this, I think. Yeah. It's a Scorch card. It's one of my least favorite cards. I've never had a real strong use for it, but it will destroy the highest units on the battlefield. This particular Scorch card, you can use it to destroy all of the strongest, so alright, so I'm gonna, no, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, so his card's down. Now if my medic was also 10, she would have left the battlefield as well, but I didn't want to do that, so. And I've got a plethora of hero cards here, so I'm going to just start expending those. Alright, so essentially at this point he has to win this match. So it's pretty much, I'm just trying to get him to waste as many cards as he can, just because I know he has to win the match. Oh. And, yep, that, I should have seen that coming. Tell you what, I think I can still win this. So I'm going to just play this round out, because I think I can win it. If it starts looking hairy, I might let him win the round, just so I have something in the next round. Oh, you know what? I think he's using this as his siege round. I still have a drop on him though. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so this strategy kind of backfired on me. So at this point I'm just going to play this out. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to play this card here. So I already laid one on this row with this type bond. So if I now play this guy next to him, you'll see if the strength of each is doubled. I really have no way to use this guy, and in hindsight, I shouldn't have used the Scorch card, I should have used him. I don't know why I didn't. And I can't use this. This is a weather card. So this affects the close combat for each player. So like if I play it, it affects my side too. And it will affect this row here, and this row. There's a weather card that affects this row, and a weather card that affects this row respectively. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. Cause I don't really have anything else to do. Seems like he's out of moves too, if that's what he was doing. So if that's the case, I'm gonna go and use my leader card, which I didn't get into. Huh. Weird that you would use that. Alright, so as you can see, he applied an impenetrable fog card, which is this other weather card that affects the row. This card allowed me to double the strength of my siege units. So I'm just going to play this card now, because I got nothing else. And I'm essentially hoping... I don't know what that was supposed to do for him, but as you can see, it not only took out 2 of my cards, it took out 1 of his. He's passed. I'm going to pass now. And he lost the second round, so... essentially, that's Gwent.
I congratulate you on your victory. Shall we continue playing?
So I'm going to go into...
Maybe later. Got something I need to do right now.
As you wish, sir.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Might turn the music down a smidge.
How might I be...
Up for a few rounds of...
Oh, with great...
Okay, so...
May the best man win.
Do you wish to play against any...
I'll just keep him as
Play as the
Northern
Northern
Realms.
Realm.
As you wish.
Strongest.
Feeling...
At your service, sir.
Okay, so just to reiterate, alright, so I'm going to now go over the leader card here. So this is a leader card. Each faction has multiple. The one that has the fewest is Skellige, and that's because it was a faction that was added, you know, when like DLC. So when they created the deck, they only created 2 cards. So they each do something different. You pick them depending on. You can A, pick them if you know the type of faction you're about to go against, and B, if you have a specific play style you want to do. The one that I like the most is this one here, just because you will probably use it the most. I haven't really had a need for this one or this one, and I actually picked this one thinking it was this one once, and didn't work out so well for me. Anyway, so now we'll go into card types. Alright, so these are range combat cards. They go in that first row. These are ranged combat. They go in the second row. Siege combat go in the third row. And these, like I said, they have that identifying marker right underneath the unit strength, which is at the top left of the card. These are hero cards, so they're the ones where the unit strength is in black with a little like sun around it. They, you know, some will have special abilities, like this Yennefer card functions as a medic card. This Avalok card that functions as a spy card. And that's about it for that. This is a weather card. We'll go over here real quick. Alright, so these are the different weather types: biting frost, impenetrable fog, torrential rain. Biting frost will go on the first row of combat, so the close combat. Impenetrable fog will go on ranged combat. Torrential rain will go on siege combat rows. And then we have like different special cards here. Decoy cards, which I realized I didn't actually get one of these. Decoy cards allow you to take a non-special or non-hero card from the battlefield and around and return it to your hand for later play. Commander's Horn will double the strength of non-heroes, non-special cards in one row. Scorch Cards remove the highest units from the battlefield, not including hero cards. But that can also include your highest units too. So if the opposing side has a unit strength of 16, but you also have a unit strength of 16 in one card, or multiple cards with the same unit value, highest unit value, it will be removed from the battlefield. These are the weather cards we went through. Oh, clear weather will remove any active weather effects and reset the battlefield. Skellige Storm, for whatever reason, is only included in the Skellige deck, but that would affect the strength of range and siege units to 1. Right, okay, range and siege. So, the second and third row. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this video was somewhat informational, but if not, I am sorry. But we'll go ahead and let's just do one more game for fun here. Let's see what we get. Alright, so now I'll be able to hopefully showcase the decoy card. So right off the bat, I do not need all 3 of these cards. So Gontra Dim will summon these cards from the deck. So there's no need to start the game with them. So I'm going to redraw him. And for that, I got This is too powerful a deck. I'm starting the deck with 3 spy cards. That's why the Northern Realms deck is the most powerful deck in the game, and it's why I measure every of these new decks that I've got against it, just for that fact. Alright, so now he's played that. Alright, and this is where Decoy Cards come in real handy. So now I have 2 Dijkstras instead of 1. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, they have BB here, the AI we're playing against, immediately use his siege, his leader ability right off the bat, when he doesn't really have any siege units to really use them on. Doesn't really make sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. So right now, I'm pretty much giving him a lead, but I'm just getting cards. I'm just getting cards. So here's the thing. I may just go ahead and just take the loss on this hand, because I mean, it's gonna take a while, you know, just to come back. I don't really need to use, if I'm gonna lose this round, there's no need to use the Scorch card necessarily. Yeah, let's go and I'm gonna go and just lose this round. Sometimes you strategically want to lose a round. So like sure, he's stacked up. He won that round, but I've got double. I have more than double his amount of cards here. Well, now he's got. Yeah, well, whatever. You understand. All right. So now I have to win this round, but he's only got 7 cards. Because he more than likely is going to pass, just because his card count is so low compared to mine. Like, as he knows, he has to win 2 rounds. So now, right now, we're matching each other's play. Alright, that's what I like to see. So now he's going to start bringing back those cards. Alright, I wonder if he has any more ways to even get a spy card at this point. Because he didn't use any decoy cards. I'm going to go and use this guy. As you see, he mustered all 3 of those cards. Ah, okay. Alright, so essentially, I'm probably just going to have to play him out. Pointless, I didn't have any non-hero cards for that to work. Alright, I'll go ahead and use this card now. Pretty much I'm just spending cards so that he can do the same and be left with nothing. Okay, well, I'm not gonna use the other guy. I've got a couple meta cards here, so I'm gonna take the win. I'm gonna get an extra card. Alright, and I go first. So first things first. Alright. 9 times out of 10, if there's a spy card in the discard pile, that's what I'm gonna use. Okay, so more than likely he's done. He just played a weather card, like a clear weather card. Okay. Well, I should have played something else. Alright, well, anyway, so let's just play this out. I won. But I can come back from his little... so I can either... Decoy cards are good on medic and spy cards. The only other reason you'd use a medic is if you... if your opponent unexpectedly like passed and there's like a card that you kind of didn't want to just be on the battlefield in that round, but you thought you had to put him there. I don't know. And I always play out my cards. It's just always fun. So, yeah. So that's Gwent, essentially in a nutshell. Pretty fun. And that's it.
I congratulate you on your victory. Shall we continue playing?
Maybe later. Got something I need to...
As you wish, sir.